If your freezer has been stacked with frozen pizzas, I challenge you today to make your own pizza dough. My name is Annalisa Finger from runningonggreen.com. I'm going to show you my favorite recipe, which I do every week pretty much. Keep watching. So what I like about this recipe, you can do it ahead of time, like 3 days ahead of time, put it in the fridge, and so when you feel like that pizza on a Friday night, all you have to do is get it out, put on your toppings, put it in the oven, and it's as quick as a frozen pizza. I promise you, you won't go back to those frozen, dried up, tasteless pizzas you can find at the grocery store. So here we go. First thing you're going to need is this is a food processor recipe, so you do need a food processor. I think you could probably also do it in one of these machines, but I always do it in my processor. That's just how I've always done it. So you're going to need bread flour, and we're going to use 3 cups of bread flour. Make sure you level it out. And what I like to do actually, a lot of times I add a cup of whole wheat flour as well. But I'm just gonna stick with this because that's all I have out right now. But so I definitely do a whole wheat version as well, or a half and half, so it's not too wheaty, but still has some wheat to it. Then we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of sugar, and I use a natural sugar that has been unbleached. 2 teaspoons. And then we're gonna use half a teaspoon of yeast. And just hold 1 second, I need to get my half a teaspoon measuring spoon. Okay, this is my half a teaspoon. So here we go, half a teaspoon yeast. Now we're gonna close this thing up. I wanna show you from a different angle. Here we go. And we're just gonna mix this for a little bit. And stop, that's just to mix. Now we're gonna add some iced water. So I usually do this a little bit ahead of time, but if I wanna do it quickly, I add some ice and water, and you need a 1.5 cups in here. So I'm actually gonna change this. Okay, I think you can see it better this way, but so here, I'm gonna open this top part, put it on, and I'm just gonna slowly let this drip in. Maybe I should do it this way. Sometimes I'll put my hand there so the ice doesn't fall in, until it forms into a ball. Sometimes it's too much water, so I don't put all of it in, because you don't want it too sticky. I can look at it real close. And sometimes I have to add more. It totally depends. So it looks like I need a little bit more, not a big deal. Until it all forms into a big mass. We're getting there. You can see how it's coming together. Kind of like that. That's it. I like it. I could probably put a little bit more, but I'm going to stop right here. There you go. And now you're going to let it sit for 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes, we'll be back and I'll show you the second part. Hi everyone. So it's been 10 minutes. So now I'm going to show you the second part to this recipe. And that is 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm using vegetable olive oil. And while it's running, I'm going to pour this in. You probably can't hear me. I'm also going to use 1 teaspoon of salt. let this mix a little bit, maybe 30 seconds or so. Turn it off. And next thing you need to do is have a big bowl, preferably with a lid. That's ideal. I don't like to buy saran wrap, so I use that to cover it up because you don't want it to build a crust on top. You kind of coat it with a little bit of oil. And now I'm going to get the dough from here. I mean, was that easy or what? And it tastes so much better than the frozen, dried up pizzas you can find in the grocery store. I mean, they look good on the package, but then once you try it, there's no comparison. Okay, so I try to get all this out. It should just be one big mass here. Okay, I knead it a little bit just to make a nice smooth ball. You can feel how it comes together. Isn't that awesome? Anyway, this is all you have to do. And look, now this makes about 2 pizzas. You just coat it in the oil like this, put the lid on, and put it in the fridge. And you can get it out. I mean, you should let it rest for at least a day. It actually tastes better when it's refrigerated for at least a day, but you can leave it in there 2-3 days. So you can do it on a Wednesday, you know, in the evening, just throw it together. And then when the weekend comes and you don't feel like cooking, just grab yourself those doughs, have your kids put the toppings on it, and you're set. It's better, it tastes better, easy to do, more nutritious, less of the sugar, the fat, the salt that's usually in processed foods. And I promise you, you won't go back to the frozen stuff. I haven't, I just can't do it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel on runningongreen.com. Next time I'm going to show you my favorite toppings. Stay tuned.